Oh, now y'all already know it's your boy Lambo Drew, and we are back in the saddle again, man. It is definitely, man, Lambo's first time being back on the show, man, after being gone almost 2 weeks, over 2 weeks, man, right here on the Leverage Show. I'm so happy to be back, man, that Lambo is definitely recuperating and recovering. For those who don't know, man, definitely Lambo was out with emergency back surgery last week. So glory be to God that I am standing in front of you, or really sitting in front of you guys today, right back here on the Leverage Show. And I couldn't do it without my brother, Mr. J Ford, man, who is getting ready to hit this stage in just a moment, man. But before you guys, man, get out there, man, and really get posted, get rocked in, man, I want to make sure you guys are sharing this link, getting this link out to each and every single person you possibly can, because we are here to make sure you guys are leveling up on a whole nother level, man, especially tonight, man, with my guy, man, J Ford, man, being back in the saddle, man, right here on the Leverage Show, man. For many of those, man, who know, man, we actually left off literally over 2 weeks ago. That was my last show that I did, was 2 weeks ago, right here on the Leverage Show. You guys did know I was traveling out to the DMV area. I was out there, man, enjoying myself, man, for a conference. Shout out to everybody who attended that conference. While out there at that conference, I really started experiencing a lot of pain that Lambo was in. So by the time we flew back home on Sunday night, Monday, I went to go see my doctor and literally had to go to the hospital directly from that visit. It wasn't a fun sight, but glory be to God, man. We are thankful that we are here, because sometimes it's best to listen to your doctor's opinions and what the doctors are saying and everything else, man, to make sure you get right. So the doctor went on ahead, told me to go down to ER. ER admitted me. MRI was ran, and literally I was in back surgery not too many hours later after that. So literally these last 2 weeks, Lambo has literally been recovering. This is the first episode, man, back. You guys actually caught a lot of the reruns. The last few ones I had, people's like, oh my God, Lambo is the best show. I was like, you do know that that was a rebroadcast, but shout out to the rebroadcast are having just as much impact as the regular live shows, man. And that's in everything, man, because we stand behind what we do. This is a lifestyle of what we do, and we're thankful. But, you know, this is the first week back. Lambo and everything had to take some time after surgery last week, really heal, really get my back together, man, and at least be on this stage tonight for my guy, J Ford, who we was actually scheduled. He can tell you, like a week ago, I think it was last week, he was scheduled to come on, and we actually had to push it back, you know, because of the surgery and everything else, to be here tonight. So I'm excited for you guys, and I hope you guys are excited for yourselves tonight, because my guy J Ford and everything, man, is special, especially being here on the Leverage Show, man, tonight, to really help bless so many other people, man, out here. We're going to talk about his journey. We're going to talk about some amazing, great things that has happened in his life that is really next level, that you guys really want to hear about. We're going to catch up with J Ford and all of this other great things and the things that he is doing to really help bless your life, man. But make sure you guys, again, are sharing this link. Share the stream. Get the stream out here to as many people as you can. We really want to bring the Leverage Show support to this entire family for my guy, J Ford, man. So shout out to you guys, man, for that. Before we bring J Ford in, let's just go ahead and take a little quick in the chats real quick. Show some love and everything, man. Check the temperatures. Shout out to you and everything, man. Money's in the building. What's up, Money? So happy you're back, man. I am happy to be back, man. Thank you guys for all your prayers, your thoughts, your well wishes, and all of that. Dan, definitely Lambo needed that, and then some. So I really appreciate you guys. Errol showing love, man. What's up, Leverage Show family? I see you, Money. Shout out to you, cuz, brother. Good to see you, cuz. I didn't get a chance to say this because when I literally we were gone away, and I literally had surgery, I think that weekend coming back. My cousin, everything, man, had a beautiful ceremony for his homegoing of my great aunt and his grandmother. So shout out and everything, man, for the entire Johnson Moran family, man, who was actually there to go ahead and see the wonderful homegoing of my great aunt that was down there in Texas. So, Errol, you did an amazing job. Shout out to you, man, because mother was sitting up in there telling me, man, she said, hey, Errol was out there grilling them char grilled oysters down there out there in Texas. He was a New Orleans boy, so he came out there in Texas, man, to do the funeral. He's out there grilling them oysters, but actually doing that seafood up as we folks in the South do. So I see you and everything, man. You already know, brother. I really made sure, man, that we felt the love, man, for you, cuz, brother. And our prayers are definitely around you, the fam, man, and just everybody, man. Heard the funeral service was nice. It was beautiful, man. And I love being able to hear that, man, even literally, man, why Lambo couldn't make it. Shout out to your cuz, man. You and the fam. Keep doing what you're doing, boy. I'm so proud of you, man. For real, cuz. You that truth, man. Julie showing love in the building, man. J50. What's up, J50? J50 and J-Dog got the sticks. They are out there, man. They literally, anytime they send you a stick emoji, you know somebody's in trouble around there, man. Tell y'all this right now. We call them the Sticky Bandits. The Sticky Bandits. Like off of the movie Home Alone. You guys remember that? The Sticky Bandits, man. Listen, Julie says, man, Mr. Errol, good to see you, man. Love to see the love showing in there. There goes my wonderful wife, man, showing love. Hello, everyone, man. Thank you for showing love, man, right here on the Leverage Show, man. Lambo, hello, Leverage Show family, man. Thank you, man. Julie, man. Just all the love, man. Continue to keep showing it, man. Julie, good to see you as well, man. Mrs. Johnson, how you're doing? Always showing the love to my wife. I'm doing good. How about you? Because we have to take care of ourselves. I went to the doctor, my doctor this morning, to make sure everything is good. Man, please do that, man. Go to the docs. Make sure you guys are definitely taking care of yourselves. Get yourself screened, checked, and everything else, man, because you guys just don't know, man. Health is wealth. I don't care how much money you making out here. Health is wealth, all right? Julie showing love, man, with the wonderful heart emojis and the rose emojis, man. The Sticky Bandits is in the building, man. Thanks, yeah, cuz I grilled some oysters and boiled some crawfish and shrimp. Didn't even save your cuz number. Don't worry about it. You know we going to pop through there, man. And we going to show some love, man, when we slide back down, man, into that boot, man. You already know what time it is, man. Listen, y'all, without further ado, I have literally been so thankful for this gentleman coming back to the show. Not just because of who he is, but because the sincerity of a brother who he really is. I can honestly tell you, man, that, finally getting a chance to meet Jay Ford and his wonderful bride and his family for his wedding was just an amazing time, man. And those are memories that I will forever cherish in my heart, man. I'm just telling you something this right now. Just has always been genuine and always been a person, man, of influence that I love to see as a brother. But every single chance he gets and he says, hey, Lambo, I have a little time. I can make it to the Leverage Show family. I can come sit on the couch. We can mic up, cam up, and do what we do best, man. It is always such a huge blessing. Without further ado, we welcome back to the show, man, my good dear brother, my good dear friend, Mr. Jospeh Ford. What's up, Jay Ford?
What's going on, everybody? Good to see everyone. It has been a minute.
Bro, it has been a long minute, man. And Jay Ford, we are so happy to always hear from you, man, each and every single time, man. You get a chance, man, to touch, man, the stage and touch these cameras, man, and touch these mics, man. We love seeing you, brother. What has been going on in your life, Jay Ford? The last I know, we was out at a wonderful wedding, man, in California. You popped on here, man, maybe a few months later after that, and we did a wonderful Zoom, a wonderful Leverage Show. But, man, since then, you have really kicked it up a notch, man. And we're excited because you got some amazing news to tell some of our amazing listeners out there and supporters out there, man, of this amazing channel, especially that you have definitely been, but I'll let you tell it. Go ahead, Jay Ford.
Yes, sir. Well, first of all, the announcement is I'm about to have a baby girl. She's going to be due in September. We're very, very, very excited. Man, it's just, it's a whole nother level of, man, what am I trying to do, right? My purpose, it's my legacy, right? And it's all about the family at the end of the day. So really, I've just been really just adjusting to the marriage life. It's definitely a journey, and man, it's a blessing at the same time, and I love every single thing about it. Been really working at my job. As those of you that don't know, I'm in law enforcement, so as you can imagine how busy it can be, going to training. I've been doing a lot of traveling, work related, going to Georgia, going to DC, just really just being caught up in that. But man, I have not forgot my vision, my why, and that is to build my legacy, and to also inspire and help others, nationwide, man. I mean, that is just a passion that I have, something that I truly love, and it's just a blessing. One of the things that I just started, and I started building up over the past year, is my mentorship program. So for those of you that don't know, I am also a credit expert, and one of my passions is teaching financial literacy and the credit aspects, paying off debt, all that good stuff. Because a lot of us, we don't know, right? Because unless our parents tell us, a lot of times they don't even know themselves. So a lot of times the way you learn is by mistakes. You're applying. You get like your first credit card. You overuse it, and things in life happen. You may have a missed payment, whatever the case may be. You weren't really educated as far as how it works, and then now you want to know about credit because now you can't get approved for that house, or you're trying to get that vehicle that you always wanted, right? And then that's when you start thinking about your credit and you realize, oh, I got these things on my credit report. But anyways, with my mentorship program, my goal is to really educate everyone starting from the basics, the very beginning, right? How you get your first credit card, how to raise your limits, what you can do with your credit, as far as, of course, you want to apply for that home or that vehicle for transportation, but then also leveraging that for a business. And I think that's very huge because, a lot of times, man, we just don't have the capital. And, it's all about other people's money, right? And leveraging that to get started into your entrepreneur journey. And that's kind of my background. That's kind of how I got started, started after high school, just, hey, trying to figure out this game called credit, didn't understand it. It took me to go to Wells Fargo, and, the guy said, hey, go ahead and apply for a college credit card. And I wasn't even in school, but somehow, they typed it in and I got approved. Wells Fargo, they're going through some stuff, you heard over the years, but it was a blessing in disguise because I got my first credit card. I started understanding it, doing my research, and then fast forward 10 years down the line, I mastered this thing called credit. As a matter of fact, guys, check this out. This is over a period of 10 years. You see this stack? It's about over 300, almost $400,000 worth of credit limit that I have access to at any moment or any time. And this is exactly what my mentorship program is all about, and that is to leverage. And this all started because of that journey that happened 10 years ago. And so I'm very excited about that, not only adding credit to the mentorship, but also teaching those that, hey, start a business. I mean, it doesn't, you may not have the business idea at that moment, but you can get an LLC, you can name it John Doe Incorporation, whatever the case may be, whatever your name is, and now you have an LLC, and now you're able to take advantage of the tax benefits. Ladies and gentlemen, I cannot tell you how many times, I'll be talking to some of these coworkers, and they're always telling me, man, every single year I'm always owing maybe $2,000, $10,000. I'm hearing this all the time, but they just don't understand about the power of owning a business, right? Or knowing that you may not have that idea, you may not need that idea right then. You just need to start it. Start that LLC so you can take advantage of these tax benefits. That is what the rich are doing. They're taking advantage of the tax benefits that they are incorporated with. And you're able to do the same thing because, man, there is so many benefits, especially if you guys are already working a W-2 and you're making six figures, you're in that tax bracket. But guys, you can offset anything that you owe by having that business. So that's another thing that I'm teaching in my mentorship program. And then also how to leverage your credit to start a asset in a business. One of the things that I recently just got into that's very powerful is this little machine right here. You guys don't know what this is credit card processing. I'm sure every business that you've been to, restaurants, gas station, they all have one of these devices. This is also considered around the community as a boring business. ATM business is considered a boring business. But what I love about the credit card processing business, I've been sitting on it for about a year, and then I just kind of start taking off on it, is that it's a one-time thing where you just set up a business owner one time, and you're just going to reap the benefits of that passive income every single month. And essentially, how it works is every time someone swipes their card and they buy, the revenue that the business is making based off the transactions, let's say they're processing about $30,000 a month. As an agent offering these devices, helping the business save money, which is a program called the Cash Discount Program, you're getting approximately about 1% of that transaction. So that $30,000 a month is an extra $300 every single month. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and talk about that real brief down the line. But yeah, that's just another avenue on top of my mentorship program. And then, of course, when it comes about your taxes, of course, I'm not a tax professional, but I would say this from someone that's never owed ever, always got a return back, is you always want a professional. I hear this all the time. I hear, well, I can do my own taxes, right? It's free. You can go to one of them softwares. I could just type it in. But it's not that easy. You may miss something that's in the tax code that you're not knowledgeable about, and you're missing those deductions that could offset what you owe. So what you want to do, is you want to hire an enrolled agent. That's what it's called, an enrolled agent. So you can search them up, local in your area, but that's one of the key things when you're looking for a tax professional. Make sure they're an enrolled agent because they specialize in taxes, right? It's almost like, you go into the doctor, right? Would you want a specialized surgeon, or would you want like someone that's just brand new, right? You want that expertise, right? That's the same concept, right? So, man, there's a lot to go into this. And then we can also talk about, when you do get your business started, a lot of things that have been asked about to me is, what about getting revenue, right? Or how do I fund my business? Well, here's the beautiful thing. If you have, or if you're already currently working at a 9 to 5 job, here's one of the perks that you can do. Did you know that you can essentially give your business equity using the money that you earn from your W-2 job, and then using that to be able to apply for business credit, business loans? I mean, there's just, Bright and Broad Street, you can get that going as well. But yeah, that is a trick. If you're working at 9 to 5, you can fund equity into your business. And the way you do that is just simple. You do a simple transfer. In the notes, you say it is it's an owner's equity contribution. And once that's noted, it's documented, it's officially equity for your business. So that's just one way, man, as far as building your business, man. So, but yeah, a lot of stuff to talk about. And yeah, get back to you, Lilo. I mean, I'm open, man.
Well, open. First of all, you get that bell, man, because
Yeah.
I don't know if that's the bell for the top rope after you didn't finish the top rope suplex for the bell.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
literally, you get that because, first of all, that hearing your journey and going back to, having that baby girl. Man, shout out to you just having the new addition to the family, Jay Ford, man, and having that beautiful baby girl is everything, my brother. So I really want to see you, your amazing bride again, man, for that and delivering that news right here on the Leverage Show. So you first and
Absolutely.
foremost get that Lambo Bell for that. But I'm also excited because to hear you talk about the journey of your mentorship, right? In your program and that and what they're going to be expecting out of your mentorship program for those and everything man who wants to get in and wants to join and really wants to take that deeper dive into the next level. I think that that is really something that people would really like to go on ahead and really, hold a hand during this season. When I'm not lying to you, there's so much stuff that is out there that is like really shaking people up to the point where people don't know exactly what they need to do. But having a mentor like you, literally, man, holding their hand and guiding them, like saying, "Hey, I wouldn't do this. Hey, if I was you, I wouldn't do this. Hey, if I was you, I wouldn't do this. Listen to me of what I'm doing." It gives people, man, that sense, that calmness, that things are going to be all right. I know Jay Ford has got me that's showing the amazing credit cards and those $400,000 in limits. There ain't too many people walking around with that, Jay Ford, or 400,000. Heck, I know people who ain't walking around with $400 worth of limit, not even 4,000. So forget a 400,000, $400 worth of a limit they ain't walking around with out here. But hey, that Lambo and everything ain't throwing no shade. I'm just saying, if you need help, jump into the mentorship. Let Jay Ford get you right. He's not just talking it; he's walking what he's talking, you guys. So I think that that's amazing. Then hearing about these cash flowing opportunities that people can actually make residual off of, I think it's amazing, man. That merchant processor is a game changer. Like that's really set it and forget it. We talked about that at the beginning of the show, man. Between me and you, it's a set it and forget it, and it's like, hey, there's gonna be always people spending, doing stuff. I'm telling you what, my daughter's birthday was yesterday. Was Tuesday. I'm sorry, was Tuesday. Lambo, literally back condition and all, was
Hmm.
out. You understand? Shouldn't have been out with Doc, but was out to celebrate my daughter. Now that means I didn't stay alone, so don't get it twisted, y'all. All right, so but it allowed me to see that hey, there's still spending going to be done no matter what circumstances are out here, no matter what you guys are hearing on the news, no matter what you guys are seeing on your phone, scrolling on social media. People are still spending. Look at what happened just today. And I know Jay Ford, I mean, you're very aware of that. Look what happened today when the announcement of the chip was actually announced and the stock market took right off and everything after President Trump and everything, man, announced what would happen between the auto industry and the chips and where they're doing to solve that problem. The industry took back off the opposite way. So if you even had money parked in a few of these things, when that announcement came yesterday, you made a lot of money today. Listen, and it's setting up where more people are going to have more opportunities like that to make those type of money. With Jay Ford studies the market. He studies the economics. He studies to see what's out there. So you guys can definitely tap into him, tune into him, and partner with him because that is somebody who can actually help make you some money, especially in this investing space. Jay Ford, man, I really want to thank you. I want to ask you some amazing things first off, man, because I really think that we really need to hear about this. Uh, so the passive income navigation group. Let's talk about the PIN group, right?
Okay.
There have been people who have been saying, "Hey, man, it's quiet in there. Well, what's going on? What's going on? And how can we go ahead and get partnered up to what the next move is? What would be the big next move for people who are out there watching? People like, hey, I'm a part of that group. I've been wanting to know what's going on because Jay Ford said silent assassin. What's the next big move that you believe that can really help change someone's life out here?"
Absolutely, man. So that was something I was really, really thinking about, man. And it still goes back to the roots of what my vision is, man, and that is to help people solve problems, right? And one thing that I can do, what we can do in the pain group is provide solutions to solve these problems. Rather, someone wants to make some money, right? Maybe they want to build credit. They need that, they want some kind of guidance, if you will. And then offering that to the group, right? Opportunities, things that I found, even like the credit card processing, providing solid but powerful solutions in the group that provides a lot of value, right? People want something of value, right? What's gonna help them out, right? It's not all about us, but what we can do for them. And I think that if we provide more about them and listening and find out what they want, that's a lot of value that you can provide, we can provide into the group, and it would flourish, right? People talk about, man, this group is powerful, man. They shared some powerful nuggets. This thing changed my life. Man, everyone has to come into this group, man, because man, it's gonna do something in your lives. If you guys just take, listen to the advice, and go with it, man, you guys are going to love it. So that is something that I was really just thinking about over the past couple of days, as far as the passive income group and what we can do different. Because I know over the years, we're in a lot of these plays, they're here today, gone tomorrow, and a lot of us got burnt out because of that. And I'm just sitting there thinking to myself, man, what could we provide that is something that is solid, that no one doesn't have to worry about? Hey, it's going to be gone tomorrow, right? Something that is going to be here a very long time. Something that is scalable. That's going to be kind of my word of the day too. Is something scalable, because that's something that is scalable. It's almost unlimited, right? It's unlimited potential because it's all up to you, right? The more you grow, the more you make, right? The more you build in yourself, and I love that. That's one thing I love about scalability, or anything that has a scalability business, right? So again, like the credit card processing, it's scalable, right? Over time, as you're getting more business owners on board, you're scaling and you're making more revenue every single month. So that is huge, right? And I think it's a beautiful thing, and I think it's something that's going to be very powerful. So that is something that of value that we can definitely put into the pen. It's something that I was thinking about, and adding some ideas as far as some business ideas into the group that everyone can benefit. Oh yeah.
I want to talk about this.
Yeah.
Because adding the ideas of that into the group. Well, first of all, Jay Ford, I got to back something up, right? Because Jay Ford, you guys, this is not nothing that he's out here just trying and just trying to see what sticks at the wall, throwing to see what sticks. Jay Ford was one of the first people, man, the very, very first people that literally and everything, man, I heard grab the BTC Bitcoin ATM. And I said, not just that, he grabbed two of them, by the way, so don't get that twisted and everything, man. I laughed and stuff like that because when I was watching Jay Ford, I said, my God, she's always into everything. Everything we turn around, he's into something that really makes sense. He was the gentleman who brought to me land banking, right? So shout out to you for that. I knew nothing about that, man. I mean, there is so many different things inside of Jay Ford's head that he can really show you guys how to passively make money on. So him saying where he wanted to take the group to, the level he wanted to take the group to, Jay Ford has already been doing these things that are allowing him to have residual cash flow and literally do what he does best out here. That's why he can have those extravagant weddings like that out here. I'm trying to tell y'all this right now. That's why Jay Ford can have those extravagant weddings out here. So Jay Ford, I mean, do you think that even in this economy, like say if there's a person, man, they're whether they're not in a group or they're in a group and they say, man, listen, I am literally down to my last $5. What do I do? Where do I go? Where do I start? My credit's jacked up. Some people may have lost their job. Some people may have not been able to go on ahead, man, and to come back from a financial devastating blow that ruined them financially. So we talked about some of those plays that people and everything, man, got in and over leveraged and really, really damaged them. There was a gentleman, he comes on this show each and every single time named Thomas. And I feel so bad for Thomas because Thomas was in one platform, and I think it was might have sounds like it was his first platform. But he comes on the show, and I felt bad because I was reading the chats the other day of Thomas on our live, kind of really still feeling the devastation blows from this particular project that went out and then devastated him. And Thomas is just something else. But for people out there who are like the Thomases, or who taken the blows, or who are just trying to figure out where to start from, what's a good place to start from, and how do they begin to grow in confidence into the things that you're saying and the things that they really would love to go ahead and park money into to really make residual and passive income?
Absolutely, man. That's a very good one, man. And man, shout out to Thomas, man. Wish our brother there for the best, man. The doors are gonna be open up for him. So man, expect some greatness from Thomas, man, because it's gonna come. And with that, man, what I tell people, man, that if they're down to their last $5, man, they're going through a crisis. Even just speaking to what's going on in the federal government right now, and people just get laid off. They didn't expect this to just happen, right? Just like that, right? Well, it starts in the mind, right? First, obviously, you want to put it to the Lord as well, right? You got to understand that one door closes, another opens, and sometimes you got to sit back and recalibrate yourself, right? Knowing that this is not the end, right? I may be down to my last $5, but this doesn't represent me. This is not the end. I can go out. I can grind. You got to put yourself in that mode, right? You got to put yourself in the, I can get out of this. But here's the beautiful thing about that, man. Going through these things that we go through in trials and things that seem like there's no hope, is that it builds you up as a character. It makes you stronger as a person, so that when you do get out of it, not only you won't forget that situation, but you'll never be the same. You'll be a person of appreciative. So you will encounter those that went through a situation that you went through, and you can guide them and give them wisdom and show them how you got out of that. And that also, it builds them up. Obviously, it'll build the other person up, and it's just a positive flow of energy, if you will. And that's all God. It comes from God when you think about that. So one thing that I would say is, once you have that mindset, hey, this is not the end, find out something that you're talented of, right? We can always go get another job, right? We can always recruit. But here's something that I learned these past couple of weeks. We are in a world of digital marketing. People are making millions of dollars selling knowledge. Believe it or not, people are selling knowledge of how to jump rope, and they're making millions of dollars. Crazy. It's absolutely crazy. So what I'm saying is that you know yourself better than anybody else. You know what you're good at. Everybody's good at something. Find that something that you're good at and teach it to others, because someone is also looking for that same information of what you're good at, and you can make money off that. And that is all because of digital marketing. Man, the world of social media, what we're at today, you got Facebook. You can create a group. You can create a webinar where you're sharing your knowledge of your specialty of something, and you can essentially advertise it to those out there that are looking for that particular information, because somebody's looking for that information. And in that webinar, what you can do is find 3 things. All right, find 3 things of how to get started, find a solution, and then the outcome. And with that, in that webinar, you just give just enough, right? It gives people just enough information like, wow, this is amazing. I want to know more. And then you go ahead and you create a secondary webinar, which will be a more in-depth, whether you want to be have like a class and make it like a paid subscription or a paid program. And then what you do is once you create that, once you get it started, make sure it's recorded, and then you can just go on Fiverr, right? Once you make some funds based off the attendees, right? It's live. You will go on Fiverr and hire somebody that can literally chop that video up, and now you just essentially created a whole program that now you can sell even at a little bit higher, and then you can give the attendees a free copy of that. So, man, there's so many ways, but that will be my advice, right, to those that are on the last $5, right? Just know that you have a skill, you have an ability to get out of that situation, because God will close doors and open new ones, and everything happens according to Him, right? It can be a blessing in disguise. At that moment, it's devastating. It's like, man, this is rough. What am I going to do? But then that will lead you to understanding of what you want to do and getting out of that situation by pursuing other avenues that you normally would not pursue if you were still in that position. So that'll be my advice.
That's great advice, man. Shout out to you, Jospeh Ford, for giving some solid advice out there. There's so many opportunities. I just think that a person just doesn't know where to start from, where we're going to go, what we're going to do, which direction to take. And I literally remember a gentleman, shout out to Brendan Boyd, right? You know who he is. He's a content creator out here. And Brendan said, literally, Lambo, I literally got a date canceled on me. And when the date got canceled on me, he was like, what am I going to do? He says, and I'm sitting around my room. Literally, the date canceled on me. I put her out of my mind and I got focused. And when he got focused, he said literally within 24 hours with very minimum little money, he came up with a product that literally sold $10,000 within one day. Whew. So I tell this to people, which went on to go sell 6 figures plus, but I'm just telling people the power of your imagination and being able to kind of sit down and ask God, hey, God, what is it that you want me to do? What is it? Where do you want me to go? Where do I start from? Do I need to start writing things down? Do I need to start jotting some things down? Like, where do I go from here? Because I really want to go ahead, man, and get to the next place where I'm able to help people, but I first got to be able to help myself, right? One of the biggest things, man, that I told God on my end, I said, God, I want to be one of the biggest givers that's out there. I want to be one of the biggest givers out there because I really want to help people. And God, if you can't make me the biggest giver that's out there, I want to be the biggest giver that's right here in my church or right here in my community or right here at my house or right here in my residence. I want to be one of the biggest givers. And I'm not lying to you right now, man. It literally helped change my life. Because most of the time we get to the place to where we really want to say, God, I just want it for me, 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 me. I want to be on social media. I want to be traveling and I want to be having people look at me and see me. And we have no instance of everybody else seeing them, right? So that is like the biggest thing, right? Of being able to see that. And then when we don't see that, like, hey, where do we go? Hold on. Looks like yeah, went down. There we go. So that's been like one of my biggest things. Like, hey, God, where do I go from this point? What do I need to do? Where do I need to go ahead and adjust? Right? What do I need to focus on? Show me what I need to focus on so I can continue to keep maneuvering myself and get myself into the best place to where I'm actually there to help more people than to hurt more people. Right? And that's literally where I was at with things, trying to just put things together in my own head, right? God just started opening up doors at that point. Like literally things was done. I couldn't even believe it. Things was done. Just like that.
Wow.
Just like that, So I know for a fact, Jospeh Ford, if there's something that you could tell somebody out there that would literally like resonate to where you were from before the credit, before the game, before all of this other stuff, and when you were in that hard place, in that stuck place of trying to get past go, what was it? What was it that literally helped drive your faith, drive your vision, drive your focus into that next level?
Yeah. So, it started when I grew up, man. It wasn't always the best, right? But that was, that was a tipping point that kind of it pushed me, right? And and then going through school, I wasn't always great in school, so I wasn't always the smartest, so that limited me on certain things I wanted to do. Believe it or not, I was trying to get into game design, right? I was trying to go to some kind of college and do that, but it didn't go that route. So I had to think of another avenue, right? But one thing that helped me, that took me to the next level, was getting out of your comfort zone. Sometimes a lot of us, we get too comfortable of where we're at, and when we do that, we limit ourselves to our full potential. And so one of the things that I wasn't comfortable of was sales. One of my first jobs was going door to door, selling newspaper that no one really wanted, but doing that kind of built my character, built my confidence in myself, and it made me realize that, man, there is a lot more to this than I thought. It makes you feel good. It makes you feel very, very confident in anything that you get involved with. So based on that experience, I use that into finding work, interviews. That again, that confidence, right? That helped me achieve and thresh in that aspect. And then, when life hits, things don't go out your way. For me, even trying to get into law enforcement, that's a whole story in itself. It was not easy. People may think like, man, you got it made, man, you're blessed. But there was challenges. There was a roadmap to get to where I am today. And another thing I want to add to that is don't give up. All right. Never give up. Find out your why. Your why is what makes you move. Your why is what gets you to your destination. The question is, you got to find out what your why is. That could be your family, kids. That is what's gonna drive you. That's what's gonna get you out of that comfort zone, right? So that was exactly what kind of got me to where I am today. Was the things I grew up with, getting out of my comfort zone, not giving up because I want something so bad, and just keep going, right? Keep going, and then of course, most importantly, God, right? Always praying, stick to your word. Ask God, man. God will provide the doors, the answers for you, and just live like that, because man, that is exactly how you will um, go on into your journey and prosper. But yeah, those were the challenges I had. On top of that, um, failing out of certain things, man. A failure is not a fail, right? Sometimes we have to fail more, because the more you fail, the more you're going to get back up, the more you're going to achieve, because eventually you're going to make it. And it's the same thing in sales, right? There's the law of averages. I love it. Every 10 person that you talk to, one may agree and, hey, I want it. So all that comes into play. And once you have an understanding of that, a full understanding of that, and actually doing it, you actually will move forward, and you'll start seeing the results, if that makes sense.
100 makes sense, man. Shout out to you for that, because I think that so much of us, we needed to hear that, right?
Yeah.
And I shout out to Ingram in the chats, man. She's in here, man, going in, man. It's resonating to so many people because I know for a fact that when faith is challenged, man, on so many of us, we and our life is challenged, like we're really trying to figure out where do we go, what do we do, what's next after this and stuff like that. And we know for a fact and stuff like that that God has already like promised us so much stuff, but yet in all we got so much stuff to continue to keep going, man. I'm thankful, man, in the process though, like for real, J Ford,
Hmm. Hmm.
because I understand like one thing, like in this life, you're gonna need some people, you're gonna need somebody. Somebody's got to be out there to help you, to help mold you, to help hold you accountable for what you're doing, the things that you're doing, right? I
Absolutely.
remember when I was sitting in here, and I remember some of the hardest times of my life. I actually questioned and said, "Okay, God, what's going on? Where do we go from here? What happens at this point?" Um, and God just let me know, like, hey, some things I can't always give you an answer on. Some things you have to walk it out by blind faith. It doesn't always feel good. I get it. I understand it. But some things you really have to walk in seasons in your life by blind faith. Like, will this work out? Will this happen? Will this work for me? In areas in your life, Jay Ford, when you say, man, we can't trust God, when we can't trace God, we have to trust God. You know, do you have a certain go-to scripture, something like that really sticks out to you that allows you to say, you know what, okay, Jesus, I really want to go ahead and lean on this in this season of my life, or this season when I'm scaling, or this season when you're doing something totally different. I really lean on this. And is that like a full, like, family, like a family, type of bond that you guys actually are able to really kind of lean on? And if so, I
Yeah.
want to hear about it, man.
Yeah. One of the things that I love, man, the word it says, with God, all things are possible. And I always stuck to that because when things seem like it's impossible, right? You're like, man, it's so far away. I don't even know how I'm going to get there. But then all of a sudden, you're there, right? The impossible is the possible because of God. And that stuck with me because I used that throughout my life, man. I remember one time I failed out at the police academy. I was devastated, man. I was like, man, I paid all this money. I was like, man, what people gonna think about me? They think I'm a failure, or whatever the case may be. I was devastated, man, and I didn't know how I was gonna make it through. But again, with God, all things are possible. Um, so I was able to get into another class because one class was coming up while I was in a different class, and I was able to get back in there and also conquered what I failed at and succeeded. So when that happened, I always said to myself, man, God, I know nothing's impossible with you. I always kept saying that. Anything that I go through in life, I always say, you know, God, nothing's impossible with you. You can move mountains, and that's part of your faith, right? That's your faith is what pleases God. As long as your faith is strong in the Lord, God will do anything for you. And I take that to heart because I wouldn't be here today if it wasn't for my faith. You know, um, yeah, it's powerful, but yeah, that's exactly what happened to me, Lambo. You know, with God, all things are possible, brother.
I really want to hit that bell for that, because
Yeah,
when we say, man, with God, like all things are possible, um, that literally it rings to me, and I'm so thankful for you to say that. One of the biggest things I love to say is nothing is impossible with God. So when we say that, right, and I really want to have a testament to this one. We just gonna have our moment, Jay Ford. I know y'all out there in viewer land, y'all
Yeah,
sitting up there, we getting ready to have our moment. When I say,
yeah,
nothing is impossible with him, I literally I think of the God that has never failed. I think of the
yeah,
God that has literally flung the stars in the skies, and he literally, man, began to start painting them, man, with just his words and his finger. And I think about the God and everything, man, that literally went on ahead, man, and he delivered so many people, man, out of situations. When I look through scriptures of the Bible, and I say, God, if you deliver them out of that, you are the God
yeah,
in everything where nothing is impossible with you. So when we say that, we literally put a mandate on a person who has, well, not to say a person, but a king who has never lost a battle. And say, so when we say that, if God has never lost a battle, and God says, He says, if I be with you, if I be with you, who can be against you? And so for those who are out there, if you're saying that, you're saying, well, man, you're right, Lambo, man. If God be with me, man, if God be for me, who can be against me? Like, so that lets me know, regardless of how I'm feeling, regardless of what I've walked through, regardless of what I'm currently walking through, that same God that delivered Jay Ford and that same God that has been a place in the Lambo's life is the same God that's going to be a place in a lamp into my life, into my place, into what I am called and destined to do and ordained to do in this life. There is nothing going to stop you with a God who has never lost a battle. So when we say, man, for with God, there is nothing impossible with him. And so you have to understand that there is nothing impossible, man, for your God. It's either in everything, man, God says, hey, either you're going to say yes or you getting ready to go ahead and say no. It's either one or two areas. And the Bible says in everything, man, the blessing of the righteous and in us, our days go brighter and brighter and brighter. You understand? So we have to understand that in whatever state that you're in whatever state that you're really going to, and I'm reminded each and every single day of those same scriptures, of those same God, and God actually speaking and talking audible to us all. So you just have to listen to God. You just have to open your mouth and open your relationship and open your talking, your everyday talk with God. That's all
yeah,
Jay Ford is saying. We just have to just go have a talk with God and allow us to listen. Sometimes we're doing too much talking and not enough listening. You understand? So whatever he says, do, just do it and watch what happens on your life that will help bless your life and expand your life to the next level. Right, Jay Ford?
that's right, man. And the word is so powerful too, man. You know how people say, speak it into existence, speak it
Yeah,
into existence. Where do you think
yeah,
that came from? Where'd that
yeah,
come from? Came
yeah.
from God.
It
He
came from
spoke
him.
it.
Yeah,
Yeah. So, and his word's alive and he's in us. So if his word's alive and it's in us, things that we speak, we can speak it into existence, man. And
yeah.
it's powerful.
Literally, and we talk about the power of that, man. I remember, man, speaking into just I say, God and everything, man, move me forward. So I always tell my wife, face forward and everything, man. Don't you ever stop facing forward in your life, man. Face forward and watch what happens in your life, man. And this has been a blessing and a testament in our lives, man, for what God and everything, man, has done. So face forward. For those who are out there, face forward. There ain't nothing behind you. That you stop crying over your bad days and all the stuff and the letdowns and the things that were not going right in your life, man. Face forward, man, and look to the hills from where cometh your help. Right, Jay Ford?
Right, man.
Wow, man. Listen, Jay Ford, let the people know where we can go ahead and stay connected with you because you're always on social media, man, doing some amazing things, talking some amazing things, man, on social media. And then you be clowning one moment and be a serious, shift, the next moment and stuff like that, man. Because we really and everything, man, want to always stay tapped into our guy, Jay Ford.
Oh yeah, absolutely. So of course, you guys can find me on Facebook, Jospeh Ford Jr. Should pop up. My Instagram is also Jospeh Ford 925. So you can get me on Instagram, and then my YouTube is Ford Financial Planning. Definitely go on there, and then if you're on Telegram, go ahead and go to Passive Income Navigation. That is also our private group, which is an amazing group. I will can testify to that. But yeah, those are my socials. Definitely looking forward to connecting with each and every single one of you, man. Let's grow. let's let that fire up, get that excitement, because man, I'm excited, man. I'm excited to help people, man. That's just a beautiful thing, you know. One thing that hit my mind, man. We talk about what's going on in the world. You know, everyone's talking about Trump and tariffs and all these things, right? But man, sometimes you got to take politics to the side and really just sit down and understand what's going on in the world, right? So we talk about the stock market, right? What do you think people are doing when, when let's say, the president says something and markets manipulate and crash or whatever the case may be? People are taking advantage of that. They understand how it works. When it comes to the stock market, right? People say, they lost this amount in their 401ks and, they lost this in the market. Here's one thing that always repeats itself. The stock market always recovers, historically. We think about 1937, there was a big crash there. We talk about the 2008 crash. And a lot of this is artificially infected, right? And when it's artificially infected, meaning that you can take advantage of the situation. COVID, that's another situation, right? That was essentially artificially, because, pandemic created, and now affected the market. But when you understand that and you see what's really going on in the world and actually listen. So we talked about these tariffs, right? And the stock market went down, and then Trump says, hey, it's a good time to buy, people are going to buy, right? That's the moment you buy. When the market's down, you always buy because historically, market always corrects itself. It always goes up. So those are almost like little hints, but sometimes you have to like separate yourself from politics and really just see the bigger picture of what's really happening. And a lot of people are making money because of news that are from powerful people that are able to influence the market. So that's something that I've always been researching over the years, and I've always seen and studied, and it never fails. So I always tell people, don't panic sell. That's a huge one. I mean, I like when Warren Buffett says, man, you always got hope, right? If you start selling, when things are going down, you're going to take a loss, right? You don't lose unless you sell. So always look at historic, right? When you look at, we talk about stocks historically always return and gains. So, but yeah, that's just something that just kind of came out of my heart, man. I just wanted to speak that, pay attention to what's going on in the world. There's always opportunities to make moves, to make some money in the markets. So, but yeah, that's pretty much it. Lambo, give that back to you, brother.
Man, listen, not only is that is fire.
Yeah.
Fire. Listen, with the one thing that he said, he's always paying attention. One of the biggest things is that we need to go ahead and continuously move forward while looking at things. And a lot of people don't know how to look at things or how to pivot or how to move, man. Shout out to you, Corey Crockett, man. My guy Croc, passive income Croc, man. Let's talk about it. Shout out to you. I had your brother just on here. Pastor Sean Bay was just on here 2 weeks ago, man. 2-3 weeks ago. He pulled up to the Leverage Show. Croc actually will be on here sooner. We just said something last week. I'm in the hospital. He's like, Lambo, I see what happened with you. We're going to do something, Lambo. Don't worry about it, Croc. I already know we coming for you, man. And just to see that, man. And I want to talk a little bit, if you have, before you go, about Coins for College and my guy Joshua. What's going on with that, and exactly what can we expect out of the next level of what Coins for College is going to do, and where are we going with that?
Yeah, I'm glad you brought that up, man. We just had a meeting, say 2 weeks ago. Yeah, it was about 2 weeks ago or a week ago. Very good news that's coming out. One is he was able to get secured a contract for I think it was Mount Diablo Unified School District, which is huge. It's a school district in the Bay Area, right here in California. Also, it's official with Uganda. They're getting ready to officially use the app. And basically, in Uganda, they're big on education, and what it is the documents that they have in Uganda. They don't have really a way of storing, if you will, and they're able to use our app, or it's called Rewards for Education. That's what it is for Uganda, the name of the app, which you can download in the Google Store right now and Apple Store. They're able to upload their educational documents, so that way they can use that for their educational purposes for Uganda. So the president's getting ready to sign on that officially. There was some kinks going on as far as getting that integrated into the app. And then there's a revenue that's going to take place. I think it's about, for every app they add in, it's about $5. And then there is a cell phone company similar to like T-Mobile, AT&T, but for Uganda. And they're also getting credit, which is huge because they still like, kind of like if you think about minutes back in the day, they had those little cards, those prepaid cards. They got something similar to that. So they get a credit on top of that from using the app by uploading their documents. So that's a revenue source, which a portion of that goes to Rewards for Education. And then there's a big conference for the ed tech, I want to say, in the country of Uganda. I forgot the name of it on heart, but I could definitely provide that. But yeah, Josh is going to be able to speak at that conference, which is going to be pretty huge. So yeah, a lot of good things are happening. So yeah, expect some great updates. Man, it's definitely a powerful platform. What we got going on in the Coins for College, man, it's going to take the world by storm, man. It's just one of those things where, you know, the utility aspect is getting built, and then the token itself is just going to follow through. So very exciting.
Shout out to Coins for College, man.
Yeah.
You know, I was literally the last time, man. Shout out to my guy Joshua, man. I was just shocked the last time, man, just to see the amount of just the enthusiasm, man, that it had behind it. See you guys at the conferences. Where was that, in Georgia? You guys were at?
Texas. We're in Austin, Texas. Yeah.
Austin, Texas.
The Consensus 2024.
Yeah. You guys were down there at Consensus, man, and really like talking about, man, what Coins for College was doing. And I really think that, you know, I want people to kind of understand the value of what this leverage show has actually done and what it's been blessed with so many people. So I love it. That's something where once that finally gets going, I'm telling you, I do believe that it's really going to help change lives out there and also bring wealth out there to so many people, man. So I love Coins for College, man. Shout out to you for that. Let me ask you, you know, I got to ask this question. And Lambo's going to ask it and stuff like this. I promise you my last question, J Ford.
No, you did.
J Ford, congrats on that daughter. But how many more are coming in the pipeline in the Ford family? We got more coming after this daughter, or what, J Ford?
I always say whatever God blesses us, man.
Amazing answer, J Ford. I love it, J Ford. Look, if you just now start, J Ford, I'm gonna just be real with you, brother.
Yes, sir.
There are so many blessings, man. I'm so thankful for everybody, man, with those blessings like that, man. I'm trying to tell you, it is definitely something huge, brother.
It is, man.
Definitely something huge, brother. So I'm going to tell you this right now, brother. Enjoy family. Enjoy making those kids. Enjoy Jasmine. Enjoy every part of the memories, man, because each moment is something. Journey is her name, right?
That's it. It's a journey, all right.
Journey is her name. So shout out to Journey for Journey. I would love to know the middle name, but we're going to find that out later. But Journey Ford. Shout out for Journey Ford and her allowing her to make her arrival in this soon September, so that we can go ahead and bring her, and show some amazing pictures into this world, man. We pray for a very beautiful, peaceful pregnancy, right? I gotta say that. But not just that, man, for y'all to just God to expand y'all even more in every area of what you guys are doing, the level that you guys are going, and really helping out, man, build the legacy of the Ford family. And now that you guys are starting. Now, I will say this, the doc says you got 6 to 8 weeks after the first one is born. Okay, Jay Ford, 6 to 8 weeks. So let Journey be able to lay her head down and let Jazz be able to look over and say, hey, there goes my baby. Because I know how these things go. Lambo, the head fall down. I'm going to try to take this right now. I know what I'm talking about and everything, man. But, we're excited for Journey. We're excited for you and Jazz and this amazing, amazing, amazing addition to the Ford family, brother. And I know you're going to be excited, man, of having this beautiful child, man. Your first, oh, my God. And then coming a girl, that's going to be amazing for you. So we really want to make sure and everything, man, about this so we can keep you moving forward. All right?
Absolutely.
All right. So, yes, listen. Follow Jay Ford, my guy, Jospeh Ford Jr. on Facebook. Follow him at Jospeh Ford 925 on IG. Follow Ford Financial Planning on YouTube, okay? Follow Ford Financial Planning on YouTube. You're going to definitely go on ahead and enjoy every place that you guys see Jay Ford and hear his post. Go follow him now, like right now, so you guys can go see the post he just did a few hours right before this show that really helped bless and change so many people's lives. And we are excited for you, Jay Ford, man, for that. So thank you, Jay Ford, brother. I really appreciate you, man. Let's continue to keep this thing going and continue to keep getting you in the right direction that allows you to prosper. Okay?
Absolutely.
All right?
All right, man.
All right. Look, everybody's in here saying congrats again. Congrats. Showing love, man, right here, man, for Jay Ford, man. Congratulations. Yeah, y'all make sure y'all put the big congratulations up for my guy, Jay Ford, and everything, man, right here, man, doing what he does best. And you guys can stay connected and they can learn more about the mentorship. How, Jay Ford?
Absolutely. So yeah, just message me. Send you all the details on that. Probably gonna have like a webinar, just really like an introduction on that. So that's gonna be coming up in the future. So stay tuned on that. And yeah, it's gonna be exciting.
We want everybody, man. You guys jump into the mentorship, Jay Ford mentorship, man, and mentorships are everything. And I'm gonna say this to you, so I'm blue in the face and stuff like that. Mentorships are everything. Mentorships allow you to make a lot less of the mistakes you wouldn't make if you literally did it on your own. And following the right mentor and everything, man, allows you to be able to gain back time, freedom, money, headache, stress, and everything else because you're following the right mentor. And I am huge on that. So I'm always huge in everything, man, on giving back to making sure everybody is literally connected with that person that allows them to take them into their next level. And I do believe that my guy, Jay Ford, can definitely help take you guys into your next level, man. Telling you this right now, man. Yes. So happy for you both, Jay Ford, man. You all see this, man. Ingram says, big congratulations, man. You already know, man. Lady Shiva said, great information. Congratulations on your little one, man, Jay Ford. Shout out to Facebook fam, man. And everybody just coming through and really showing love, man, for what you are actually doing and expecting that new arrival of that little one, man. My wife says, send Mama Ford our love. Yes.
I will.
Send Mama Ford our love, man. Mom Dukes is something else, brother. She already knows. She has a special spot in our heart. Please give our love to Jazz, man. You already know that, Jay Ford, man. And a wonderful family. And especially Pops, man. Your Pops, man, he's something else. That's my guy, too, man. Let him know, man. Lambo asked about it, man, because you know what time it is, man. Listen, you guys, make sure, again, you guys follow my guy, Jay Ford, man, at Jospeh Ford Jr. on Facebook, Jospeh Ford 925 on IG, and Ford Financial Planning on YouTube. You guys can definitely get connected into the Passive Income Navigation Group in the bio in YouTube. There's a link that'll take you directly to the Telegram channel. You guys can get directly plugged into the Passive Income Navigation Group and learn more about these opportunities that Jay Ford is actually talking about. Telling you this right now, it has been a pleasure. It has been an honor to have my brother Jay Ford right here back on the Leverage Show, especially Lambo's first show back right after emergency back surgery last week. And literally the first show is Jay Ford. I couldn't be honored no more, my brother, man, but to have you, man, sit side by side with me, man, on this amazing podcast. Appreciate you, Jay Ford. Thank you. Yes. Now, y'all make sure y'all go do y'all part, because Jay Ford got some great stuff out there, and he's going to make sure he continues to do this. We will be out there to see the baby. Yes, we will. We coming out there to little one, man. So that's a good time of the year to come out there too, man. That we've been saying we coming back out there, boy. But that Napa Valley and the Bay Area, boy, we love y'all swag out there, boy. That's beautiful, man. I'm trying to tell y'all this right now, man. So definitely we coming. Listen, make sure you guys go and follow Jay Ford on all those platforms, and even go ahead and make sure you subscribe, like, set that notification bell to Ford Financial Planning channel. Allow Jay Ford to go ahead and help navigate you in this season of your life, and even bring some amazing entertainments, even on the social media, to your life. But jump inside of that mastermind and let it help navigate you, man, to a better you in 2025. It has been a blessing. Well, me and Jay Ford have been on here today. I really want to thank each and every single one of y'all. Make sure you guys go and like and subscribe to Lambo Drew TMT channel as well. Hit that like and notification bell on YouTube, and let me go on ahead and help change your life with bringing some more amazing guests right here to the show every Tuesday and Thursday night at 8 p.m. Eastern, 7 p.m. Central, 5 p.m. PST, right here on the Leverage Show. I thank you guys for joining me and Jay Ford and everything, man. And until the next time, man, me and Jay Ford, we're out of here, man. Love you guys. Have a great night. Take care. God bless.